Hello students, welcome back to my channel RRK's Travel History, and you're watching the part 3 of quick revision of history chapters through years. After the death of Tipu Sultan in the year of 1799, the next very important incident that took place in Karnataka was the rebellion of Dondia Wagh in the year of 1800. Dondia was born in Maratha family in Chennagiri. Wagh means tiger. Due to his extreme braveness, he started his career as a cavalry soldier in Hyder Ali's army and grew to the position of military general. He also worked with Tipu Sultan. Due to the difference between the Tipu and himself, he was arrested and released by British after the Fourth Anglo-Mysore War. He started series of attacks against British, like in many places like Shivamogga, Honnali, Harihara, Shikaripura, Chitradurga, Kittur and many other places. Finally, Lord Wellesley tried to arrest Dondia with the support of Marathas and Nizam. Dondia was trapped and lost his life too. After 21 years, again British and Marathas met each other. This was known as the Second Anglo-Maratha War in the year of 1803 to 1805. The enmity increased between Yashwantrao Holkar family and Daulatrao Scindia family, along with Peshwa Balaji Rao II. This was the main reason for the Second Anglo-Maratha War. Lord Wellesley thought this is the right time to attack on Marathas. The Peshwas entered the subsidiary alliance system. The other Maratha families like Holkar, Gwalior and Bhonsle opposed them. Finally, the war comes to an end in the year of 1805 due to the heavy damage to the British. Third Anglo-Maratha War in the year of 1817 to 1818. Marathas family trying their level best to restore the glory of Marathas, and they wanted to free from themselves from the British control. Maratha attacked Pune residency and burnt it. This was the main reason for the Third Anglo-Maratha War. Appa Saheb of Nagpur and Malhar Rao Holkar, they rebelled against British. Even Peshwa Bajirao II fought against the British at Koregaon, Asti and later captured by British. British cancelled the Peshwa post and granted a pension to Bajirao II. From this, the glory of Maratha comes to an end. Rebellion of Koppal, 1819. Koppala rebellion, an important rebellion in Karnataka region. It was the part of Nizam of Hyderabad. The exploitation of Nizams against Zamindars was the main reason. Veerappa was also a Zamindar and rebelled against the British and captured the Koppala fort. British, along with the support of Nizams, attacked on Veerappa. Even though Veerappa had a very less soldiers, fought very bravely against the British. Finally, this rebellion comes to an end by the capturing of Veerappa. Most important event after Fourth Anglo-Mysore War in Karnataka region was Kittur Rani Chennamma's rebellion against British in the year of 1824. After the death of her husband, Mallasarja, Rani Chennamma also took part in the administration of Kittur kingdom. Mallasarja's elder son, Shivalinga Rudra Sarja, came to the power, but unfortunately, Shivalinga Rudra Sarja's illness issues was not able to rule. Rani Chennamma took the in charge of kingdom. After the death of Shivalinga Rudra Sarja, Rani Chennamma adopted Shivalingappa and started to rule Kittur on behalf of Shivalingappa as he was minor king. This enraged the Thackeray, the collector of Dharwad. Thackeray gave the report to the governor of Bombay and annexed Kittur under the doctrine of Lax, which means that no power for the adopted son to rule the kingdom. The battle broke between Kittur kingdom. The first battle held on October 1824. The brave army under Rani Chennamma, Sangolli Rayana Channabasu smashed the British army. Thackeray was killed in this battle. The joy of Kittur didn't last longer. Once again, in the year of 1824, 5th December, British faced the Kittur Rani Chennamma army led by Krantivira Sangolli Rayana and others tried their level best to restore the glory of Kittur kingdom. The cunning nature of British trapped Chennamma and they arrested many leaders of Kittur and sent them to jail. Chennamma was sent to the Bailahongala prison. Later, Karnataka lost her brave daughter Chennamma. But Sangolli Rayana and his team kept continuous attack on British, also gave a massive blow to the British. Young Bengal movement in the year of 1826, started by Henry Louis Vivian Derizio, lecturer in Bengal region. He gave support for women's rights and opposed caste-based discrimination. Many of his students was highly influenced, but this movement was limited to Calcutta and few areas of Bengal. Atmiya Sabha and Brahmo Samaj in 1828. Rajaram Mohan Rai, along with his friends started this Atmiya Sabha in Calcutta, aiming to eradicating socio-religious issues from the society of Bengal. In the same year, Raja Ram Mohan Roy also started Brahma Samaj, focusing on removing eradication of caste system and superstitions. Governor General William Bentinck also gave support to Raja Ram Mohan Roy and prohibited sati system in 1829. Krantivira Sangoli Rayana 1829 to 31. After the death of Kittur Rani Chennamma, Sangoli Rayana continued the war against British. He gave a massive counter-attack to British in many places like Khanapura, Sampagavi, Nandagada, Samareshgada and many more. The continuous counter-attacks by Sangoli Rayana and others gave the British more tension. Finally, Sangoli Rayana was captured cunningly by British, declared death sentence to Rayana and his few leaders in Nandagada. The Rayana's birthday was 15th August as India celebrate Independence Day, hanged on 26th January as India celebrate Republic Day. Rebellion of Amarasulya. This was started by the farmers of coastal Karnataka and Kodagu region during 1835 to 1837. British removed Chikkadevarajendra of Haleri dynasty in 1834. This was created political instability in Kodagu. Swami Aparampura, Kalyana Swami and Puttabasappa started rebel against this. Tax system on tobacco and salt should be withdrawn. This movement spread to many places like Mangaluru, Sulya and Bantwal. The main leaders are Puttabasappa, Lakshmanappa, Bangarasa, Kedambadi, Ramaya Gowda, Gudemane Appaya were hanged by the British to control the rebellions of Kodagu region. William Bentinck appointed Macaulay as the member of Governor General's Executive Committee and chairperson of the Committee on Education. The aim of this committee was to give the report of modernizing education system. Under this, English became the medium of instruction to schools and colleges. Doctrine of lapse under Dalhousie. In 1848, Dalhousie, promoted as Governor General, he gave more concentration of annexation. The princely states through the most devastating policy from the British, as the policy claims that if a king does not have the male child, he cannot adopt and made him as the next king. The kingdom would be lapsed. States like Satara, Nagpur, Sambalpur, Udaipur, Jhansi, Jaipur was easily targeted by the Dalhousie. He used this policy like a political weapon. Charles Wood Dispatch 1854. In 1854, Lord Dalhousie consulted Charles Wood, the President of Board of Control, to give the report on education system in India. Charles Wood suggested that primary schools must adopt vernacular languages, high school must adopt Anglo-vernacular languages, which means vernacular language along with English. At college level, English should be the medium of education. Vocational and women's education were also given importance. Surapura Venkatappa Nayaka. Surapura was under Mughals, Maratha and Nizams of Hyderabad, famous for rebel against the British. Venkatappa Nayaka came to the throne of Surapura kingdom after his father Krishna Nayaka's death. When Venkatappa Nayaka came to the power, Krishna Nayaka's brother Vedda Nayaka opposed the Venkatappa Nayaka. This made British to appoint Major Taylor as political agent. Now Venkatappa Nayaka has to consult Taylor for every matters of administration. This led to the start of rebel against the British. Finally, this was suppressed by in the year of 1857. Rebellion of Halagali Bedas. Halagali, it's a small village in Mudhol Taluk of Belagavi district. In 1857, British banned the usage of weapons. These Bedas, for their daily essential, they have to hunt. According to the new rules, the Bedas cannot use their weapons. Neighboring communities of Bedas, they give more support for Halagali Bedas. British also reacted very harshly. All the rebellions were hanged by the British. After 100 years of exploitation, humiliation from British, finally it broke through 1857 war for independence.